So I get a few dozen emails a day requesting that I do more headset videos like this. So here I am. I'm back by popular demand. This video, actually, what I wanted to do was kind of walk you through what this Brains for Business product looks like once you download it. Because the sales page lays it out, but there's a ton of stuff here. This is the practical view at what you're going to be getting, and hopefully demystifies it for you if you've been on the fence. So just like you saw on the sales page, there's part 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to walk you through each piece behind the scenes. So part 1, the training library. Now, once I open that up, you'll actually see we break it into the 6 parts. Now, the 6 parts, as you've seen, there's a case study guide, there's a life skills guide, there's a bonus guide, and then there are audiobooks, plus the efficiency tutorials and what's called home biz hacks or the productivity tutorials. Inside of each of these, so each one of these is like a training module in itself. And because it's PLR rights, you get a PDF, which is sort of like it's an example of how you'd want to distribute it. But more importantly, you get Word doc, pages, and text versions so that you can create your own copy, your own version of this ebook or turn it into a training program like I mentioned before. And that's where you want to start. So I'm on a Mac. I'd want to fire up this Pages copy of the case study guide, and I'd go through that and create my own PDF. So in a perfect world, let's say you open that up, you add your company branding, maybe you even look at all the content that we've laid out inside of it, rearrange it, add some of your own content to it, maybe even hire a writer or writes or pull in some material that you've already built in the past that complements this material. Then you export it as a PDF with your own links embedded inside of it, so when you sell it or if you're giving it away at an opt-in, it's like a brand new product. It's branding your company, your business, your coaching practice, your consulting company, whatever it is you're doing. That's the idea here. So the case study guide, that's the one folder there. You would do that for that guide. You would then do it again for the life skills guide. Same idea here, right? You got the Word doc version, the Pages version. And I also didn't mention the previous one. There's a separate e-cover that comes with each one of these, right? So we give you the PSD and PNG versions. You can change that. Change the color scheme if you want. Redesign it from scratch. This is like a little leaf or soft cover 3D that you could redesign that yourself. So case study guide, life skills guide, bonus guide, which is the one you saw already, and then there's the audiobooks, right? So the case studies audiobook is 8 parts, 7 parts plus an intro. So you could blend all those together into one long audiobook, or just distribute them in pieces as they are right now in a membership site, as an example. Or if you start a podcast, you could have like a members area based podcast. You could put each one of these MP3s in there. This is something that a lot of entrepreneurs purchase. I know as somebody like myself, when I'm on the road, I take tons and tons of business type of training with me in the car so I can listen while I'm driving places and get stuff done. Any entrepreneurs on your list would love to have audiobooks like this. Case studies of successful entrepreneurs, talking them through things that are going to empower them for their day. I remember when I used to do cold calling, when I was selling myself as a speaker, I would listen to Les Brown and Tony Robbins and all these different speakers to kind of get me in that mindset before I went and did a cold call so that I'd feel powerful and confident versus being afraid to make the cold call. So, business people need this kind of material. These audiobooks alone, you could brand these, turn them around and sell them for many times what you're paying for this whole package. So that's the idea there. And then, of course, there's the other bonus guides. So I won't go any further there, but I wanted to kind of point out at a high level, that's what the training library is. Tons and tons of material in there for you to get started with. Then, now that you've got this training library and hopefully you're creating your own PDFs or adding material to your own membership site, how do you get people to know about your offers? Well, there's a promotional library. So as you saw in the sales letter, there's the infographic. This infographic is pretty huge, but we're also giving you the PSD and PNG. So if you have a designer on your team or if you have access to one through an outsourcing site, you can give them the raw PSD file and they can take whatever we've built for you here, rearrange it, customize it. You can change it up so that you have your own unique infographic, or just stamp your logo on this or your URL on the bottom of it and publish it to places like Facebook and Pinterest and on blogs. And start, spreading the word so that whatever that infographic is promoting is something that's going to have your training material on the back end. So the infographic is great for viral content. The autoresponder and the tweets go hand in hand with the guide that we gave you in the promotional library, the entrepreneur resource guide. And then there's these entrepreneur posters. This is really unique. I don't really see this very often in the PLR world. But these posters cover all these different topics that we go into in the case study and in the life skills guide for entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs need the ability to relate to other people. Here's a poster that talks about that. They need the ability to be courageous and be action takers. Well, here's a poster that goes into some of those topics. There's a spot in each one of these for you to put your branding, for you to put the logo of your website, your blog, your squeeze page, your sales page, and these can become viral material that you put on Facebook, Pinterest, blogs, and so on. Also, fully editable, so you want to change it up. You want to combine them into one giant graphic, create your own slideshow, whatever. Turn these into videos. You have the full ability to do all of that. So that's sort of how the promotional library works. And then the web designs, this is another really big piece of the puzzle. We're giving you two different squeeze pages that have a video on them. And this is a video that walks the visitor through the importance of developing your mindset as an entrepreneur at a high level. And then there's a box on the side where you just put your AWeber or your GetResponse code, and it says to them, hey, opt in, put your name and email. We're going to send you this life skills guide, or we're going to send you an audiobook, or whatever. So we give you squeeze pages both in video format and in text format so that you can do that. All you need to do is implement it onto your domain. And when you get to the download area of this purchase, I have a link to a video that I've created that actually shows you exactly how to set up your squeeze pages. So there's no guessing games here. It's very, very obvious. Just follow the steps in my video, and then you can have your own custom squeeze page up and running, building your list for you with very little work, because all of our tools here will do that. And then of course there's all the other stuff that I mentioned. There's 3D covers, there's a full mini site if you happen to be selling some of the training material and you don't want to create your own sales page, start with ours. Consider all of this stuff as sort of a template, a starting point for you, and with just a little bit of work you can have it all up and running. So I hope that kind of demystifies it for you. This product is really huge. It's got lots of components to it, and what I would suggest is look at all of the components and decide, for the price that this offer is at, can you even just use a piece of this? Can the audiobooks come in handy, or just a few of the guides, maybe even those posters? To have those outsourced or created anywhere else is going to cost you a lot more than the entire price of this offer. So now is a good time to get in if you think you're going to use these tools either now or in the future. And there's a good chance it's going to be both. You'll probably have stuff you're working on now and some offers in the future that this will come in handy for. So we really hope that this gives you the value, more value than you pay for. We really tried to stack it full of stuff that you can use over and over again. We want to see you recoup your investment many times over so you come back and you get more PLR from us in the future. So hope you like it, and if you have any questions, let us know.